Hi Paula. Today I'm going to make my mini chicken pot pie bites. But today I have a twist. I'm going to make a really creamy sauce with cream cheese. Stick of butter. Not margarine, butter. Got to use butter. But we're making 24 chicken pot pie bites with this, so it's not really too much. I'm going to turn that on about medium-high. Get the butter melting. I'm going to go ahead and add the onions while the butter's melting. I've got everything pre-measured, and that, like you saw, was half of an onion. And we're going to go ahead and add some pepper, about a teaspoon of pepper, a little more if you want, and about a teaspoon of salt as well. Okay. Got our butter melting, and we're going to cook the onions for just about a minute, so they just start to cook. You don't want to cook them all the way. You don't want them to be translucent, because you want to have that little crispness when you're biting into it in the chicken pot pie bite. Now I've got, this is 1/3 cup flour that I'm going to add. Now you can't leave this. Once you add the flour, if you leave it, it's just going to seize up and you're just going to have to start all over. So you've got to mix it really well. Get all the flour mixed into that butter. And you got to cook it for a good minute to get that bitterness out of the flour. Now the next things that I've got ready to add are about 3/4 cup of milk and a cup of chicken stock. I'm going to add the milk and just kind of stir each time. I'm going to go ahead and switch to a whisk. Let that incorporate. And I'm going to add the chicken stock. It's going to thicken back up. Let's go ahead and add our 1 ounce of, or 8 ounces, I'm sorry, of Philadelphia cream cheese. Now use your whisk to break it up, stirring. See how that's getting nice and creamy? I'm going to grab a spoon here so I can check the seasoning in just a second. You know, if you think it needs more, add more salt or pepper. That right there was almost all of one package. There's 2 left. Okay, so you can see it goes pretty far. What I do is I roll it out. And you don't have to be perfect. They all look a little different. And that's, you know, I really like that. People can tell it's homemade that way. There we go. There we go. Now we're just going to fit it in there. Kind of push it down a little bit. Okay. Now earlier, I took about this much broccoli, which is 16 ounces of broccoli, and I trimmed it and made it real small because, you know, the filling is going to go in there, so you don't want too much. And I also have about 1/3 of a cup of diced carrots. And I did those real small because it's going to go in there. Now this is 2 whole chicken breasts. I'm not going to use that much. I'm only going to use about half of it. So about 1 chicken breast. And I cut it again into small bite-sized pieces. Okay, just mix that in. Oh, sorry. I've been making for a long time. And my good friend has, right now she has 7 boys. And after, I don't know, I think the 3rd or 4th boy, I made her a meal brought it to her house, and it was this chicken pot pie, and she loved it. So the next time her and her husband and family came over for dinner, I made a huge 20 by 20 pan of chicken pot pie. And, you know, we're having fun, and the chicken pot pie was ready to come out of the oven, and, you know, like an idiot, I'll just say it, it was stupid. With one pot holder, I took that big, heavy pan of chicken pot pie out of the oven. Well, you know what happened, don't you, Paula? It went splat. So now, we kind of call it chicken splat pie instead of chicken pot pie. Well, my friend comes running into the kitchen, and she goes, I don't care, scrape it up, we're eating it. But she was dead serious. She loves it so much. And now, as a matter of fact, if she knew I was making this right now, she'd be knocking on my door. Because every time I make this chicken pot pie, I have to make her at least a little one to take up to her house. Because she absolutely loves it. Rogue carrot there. Okay. So this goes in the oven. And in a few minutes, we'll come back and check it. Wow, these are out of the oven, and don't they look scrumptious? They've cooled a little bit. I don't have hands of steel, you know. I'm going to try this real quick. Oh, look, see how pretty that is and how it comes out right easy? Oh no, I better go. She's going to try to get my chicken pot pie bites. Bye, y'all.